Hey, I'm Dylan from Stupid Raisins, and this is how to use Text Pop. You'll find Text Pop in the title browser. Click on this button in the upper left corner, and then scroll down to the category named Text Pop. Here it is. Text Pop is divided into templates and text styles. Templates are complete, fully animated scenes that you can customize, and text styles are 3D text templates you can use to create your own scene. Let's take a look at action. I'll select it and press E to add it to my timeline. I can change the duration of it by clicking and dragging on the beginning or ending to shorten it or make it longer. I can also select it and press Ctrl D to bring up the duration controls here. Let's make it a 5-second template. I'll press 500 and press Enter. Select the title and go to the inspector. If you don't see it here on the right-hand side, click this button with 3 sliders to open up the inspector, and then go to the title inspector. You notice on this one there's nothing published, but that doesn't mean you can't tweak or customize this. You can change the text, and you can do that on screen by clicking on it, and then double-clicking on it, and then adding your own text. You can also select the other text and change it right here in the inspector. There we go. You can also tweak the font if you want and try something new. Ooh, that one's pretty cool looking. And we'll make it a little smaller. There we go. And just like that, we have a custom 3D style title. Let's take a look at another template. Let's look at this reflection one. Now, if I go to the title inspector, I do have some things I can change here. I can change the start value and end value, and then it will rotate depending on those numbers I put in there. It'll rotate between them. I can also make that rotation start a little bit later and end earlier in the title. These offsets are from the beginning and the end of it. I can also do a horizontal rotation. I can click and drag down to go negative to open it up, and then we'll end it here. Now I have a cool customized rotation. I can also tweak the camera. Right now the camera is moving away from the text. So I can use this dolly slider to move away from the text or towards it. If I want to move towards it, I need to give it a negative value. And that's what this looks like. And now the camera moves towards the text. I can also change the angle of view of the camera. I can make a real wide angle lens like so and get some really cool effects. I can also change the depth of field. You'll notice that the beginning of the word is in focus, but the end is out of focus, like a real camera would do. I can turn that off if I want everything in focus, or if I want it left on, I'll leave that unchecked, and then I can increase the blur amount. I can also offset what is in focus. I can adjust near and far focus too. I can also change the background. I can have a solid color, and I can tweak that color right here. Or I can turn it off by selecting transparent, and then I'll see what's underneath the title. Oh, they're in love. This template, Elegant, is special. It has some drop zones in there. I want to show you how to use those. Select your title, go to the title inspector, and then click on the drop zone image well. Then go to your browser and find a clip you want to add. Let's add this couple right here. Select your clip, and then you need to click up here to pick where you want the drop zone to start playing. So I want it to start playing here, where this red line is. And then I'll click Apply Clip, and you'll see our video in that Dropbox. Let's do the second one. I'll click on that, I'll find a clip, and then I'll select where I want it to start. I'm going to purposely pick it here towards the end because I want to show you what happens if you don't pick the right spot. Then I'll press Apply Clip. So here it animates on, and you see both clips moving, but look at the one on the right. It's frozen. It has stopped. That's because the start location I picked was too close to the end of the source media. There is no more source media to play, so it just does a freeze frame. So let's fix that. I'll click on the image well, and this time I will start at the very beginning of the clip and press Apply Clip. And you'll see that the video plays the entire template. Let's take a look at one more. This one is called Classic. This one looks like it's on a car, and it has different camera angles. That's what I wanted to show you. So I'll select it and go to my title browser, and you'll see I have view 1, view 2, and view 3. So this beginning is view 1, and this is view 2, and then view 3. Let's work with view 2. They have the same parameters, and I can use those to frame the shot. I can offset it. You'll notice this view has a sweep. It moves around. I can change the sweep start and end. This is the horizontal sweep. Now it comes down through the camera. I can also adjust the vertical sweep. Maybe we really want it to swing through the camera, so now it does this. Whoosh. Oh, I've gone too far. Got to be careful with that. So let's bring this back down. There we go, to right about there. So you can adjust the movement and the camera view of each of the 3 views that make up this template. Let's take a look at text styles and what you could do with them. Let's try this gold bars one. I'll just drag and drop it to my timeline, and here's what it looks like. We have some on-screen controls. I can select my text. I can move it around like so. I also have these special ones that come up here. This green one moves the text in the y-axis, up and down only. Red will move it in the x-axis, left and right. Blue will move it away from the camera or towards the camera. These 3 dots here allow me to rotate it. So I'll click on this one over here on the left, and I'll move to my right, and you can see I can rotate it around the y-axis. This one allows me to rotate around the x-axis. And then this one allows me to rotate in the z-axis. Let's take a look at the published parameters for the text styles. I can change the different animation style. I have a lot of options here. Let's try this one. I can also turn off the animations with these checkboxes, and I can change the speed of the animations. I can also add a fade to it. Let's make this fade in a lot longer, so it fades as it animates in. And you can use retime to change the timing of your animation. Let's take a look. With it turned up, it animates in faster. With it further down, it animates in slower. I can also tweak a lot of this with the text inspector. I'll click here on the text inspector button. I can change the text, I can change the font like I showed before, and then I can change position, rotation, and scale, and these are connected to those on-screen controls I showed you earlier. Let's rotate it a little bit. There we go. And if we go down to the 3D section here, I can increase the depth of my 3D letters and make them thicker. That's what this looks like. Nice. All right, let's take a look at one more special text style. It's called United States. Let's take a look at this stone one. And what this does is it animates a map of the United States or other states as well. So we'll click on that, and then we'll go in here, and you'll see it says for text Z. You just use the different letters of the alphabet to bring up the United States or different states. So A brings up, I want to say Virginia? I don't know. Capital A is Alaska. So you can use different letters to bring up different states, and Z will bring back the United States. So that's how to use TextPop. If you have any questions, email me at raisinhater@stupidraisins.com. Happy editing!